Let's talk lattes. It's fall in the Northern Hemisphere, which means the annual invasion of the pumpkin spice latte and pumpkin spice everything. To use an apt and timely science fiction parallel, the pumpkin spice must flow. No other flavoring in recent culinary coffee history has quite the impact of pumpkin spice. Now, sure, there are other seasonal variations like eggnog or peppermint in the winter, but it really doesn't have that punch like pumpkin spice. So my question here today is, what is the next big coffee flavor out there lurking, waiting for us to discover and bring forward to us before the wave hits? So let's set out together and discover it together, shall we? This is Next Big Thing Coffee Edition. Here is the plan. I will be showcasing 3 different batches of lattes over the course of these next couple of videos and select the best 5 to go on to a final taste test round with a group of judges. Each of them will have the same base latte of espresso and milk, only differing in the flavor. I'll be noting taste and also distinctiveness to winnow out those top 5. Now in this video, I will cover the first batch. Batches 2 and 3 will be in subsequent videos. And then the final video will have the initial judging, the selection of the top 5, and the final taste test. And then, only then, will I reveal the next big coffee thing. Well, at least potentially. Next big thing. Let's not get crazy here.
Let's get cracking. There are 3 batch categories: the simple, the convoluted, and the out there. For our simple, we'll start with Ovaltine, aka malt, Nutella, then Fluffernutter, that is peanut butter and marshmallow cream. Next, coconut cream, followed by mulling spices, and finally, cream cheese frosting. For convoluted, we'll mosey on in with pecan pie, followed by birthday cake, cheesecake, tiramisu, maraschino cherry, and finally, chocolate banana pudding. Last, and just a little bit frightening, is the out there category, with Turkish Delight coming in first, then fruity cereal, followed up with cola, rounding out with citron, mesquite molasses, and last, but certainly not least, everything bagel. With our flavors rounded out here, join me at my espresso machine to lay down the base latte. All right, here we are at my espresso machine. I'm going to get my coffee grounds ready. Finely ground dark roast up in here. Make sure it's on tight correctly. Great. So then into each latte, there'll be 1 cup of milk, which I will then heat up in the microwave. Just makes this a little bit easier. Then we'll get that espresso brewing here. I'm not exactly sure the full ounces, but I take this black espresso cup and fill it pretty much up to the top. And that will give us more than enough caffeinated, dark, piping hot goodness for our lattes. I'll just fiddle with my hands here as I wait for that to finish. Nothing to see here, just some espresso making. Move along, move along. Okay, we're just about done. Turn it off. Great stuff. Great stuff. Now we'll wait for our milk. And when our milk is ready, we have it here. We're going to use our little steamer wand here. This is all very accurate scientific terms. And we're going to froth our milk. There we go. Mine's a little wonky, but it'll get the job done. Alternatively, if you do not have an espresso steam wander thingamajig, you can always use a blender or a capped vessel and shake really hard. But this is just how I do it. Pour in the espresso and then stir from there. That is our base latte. Everything else, all the other flavors, will be added from there. Sweet. So we have our first one here, our Ovaltine. This is hot milk, which we will add 1 tablespoon and then about another half tablespoon into the mix. Stir that up, and that will go to be frothed. We've got it frothed here, and then we will add our espresso and then stir. And there you have it, your Ovaltine latte. Shambao. Here we have our second, which is Nutella. We're going to get about a tablespoon. You can go a little crazy if you'd like to, but round that out best you can and scoop it in there. No need to be too terribly accurate. This is kind of gooey stuff. Just get it into that hot milk. Maybe you get a little on the side there for an extra pow of Nutella when you sip it. But stir it up the best you can, and this will go to the milk frother to be frothed. Yes, that's looking nice. Very nice. Okay, it is frothed. We'll take our espresso and give it another stir. And with that, we will have our fantastic nutty chocolatey Nutella latte. Whoop dog! For our third latte, this will be fluffer nutter. So we'll start with peanut butter, a nice glob of a tablespoon that you'll need to proceed to try to get into your cup of hot milk. It's messy, just like Nutella, so you just have to really want it. Some will get on the side, you have to go the back and forth spoon, but then that should be good. Next, you'll need your marshmallow fluff. Now you could clean off the spoon, or you could just dig in like a barbarian and get a nice hefty amount of marshmallow, a tablespoon or more, and well, if you have some left on a spoon, you'll have to get rid of it somehow. Get rid of it somehow. Okay, we got it. Took care of that somehow. And now we'll mix it up. And I'm not going to show all the mixing here, but we're going to foam it after this. Okay, we have it nice and foamed. We'll pour in our espresso and a dainty little stir to wrap that up. And we have our fluffer nutter latte. Preow! Fourth, we have coconut cream. So we're going to start with a half a teaspoon of coconut extract. Dump it into our hot milk here. And then we'll add a tablespoon of melted vanilla ice cream for our cream. I thought this would be a good quick way to make cream, and the coconut, obviously you could be more advanced if you wanted to. Then we are going to add, after we froth our milk, our espresso and twirl that up here for our coconut cream latte. Yeah. And on a taste, it was not strong enough of any sort of coconut, so I added another half teaspoon. In fact, you could probably even add more than that. So take 2. Fifth, we have our mulling spices. We're going to take not 1, oh no, not 2, not even 3, but 4 heaping teaspoons of our spice mixture into cold milk, stir up, and then heat. Once we've heated that milk and let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes with our timer, we're ready to give it one last stir and then pour our mixture through the sieve. So we get out all that particulate matter so we don't ingest pure spice. This ain't Dune here. Let's just have the essence of it. And then mush out all that last essency goodness. And we have ourselves our milk in a bowl, which we will illustriously, elegantly dump back in. Oh, that milk stain, that was intentional. Modern art and everything. Okay, great. We've got our milk. Then we'll take 1 teaspoon of sugar and a 2nd teaspoon almost. Come on. Ah, there we go. 2 teaspoons of sugar to sweeten and stir. This is going to the frother. Once we've frothed it, we'll, as always, add our espresso and give it one last twirl for our mulling spices latte. Eat your heart out. Kablamo! Ka-ka-ka-ka. 6th and final for this video is cream cheese frosting. So we'll take a big old 1 tablespoon plus a little glug of cream cheese frosting. Simple as that. And the hardest part of this is just mixing up into our hot milk. It'll take some time. It likes to stick, but you'll get there. I believe in you. Once that's good enough, we will bring it over and then froth it. Add our espresso, as always, you know the drill now, and give it a nice stir. In fact, just because I like you, I'll give it a couple extra stirs for our cream cheese latte. Pow. There we go. 6 simple latte flavors under our belts. Join me next time for the convoluted and out there flavors. As always, thanks for joining me on this very caffeinated session of the Williamson Variety Show. Brace yourselves for awesome and spice. Do, 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 do.